Yes, guys and girls, right, so what I'm going to do is a 4-part video, instructional video, shall we say. I'm going to try and do something I've never done before, and that is do the video without swearing. So when I do swear, stop the time and say, you lasted this long, separate. So basically what we have here is GJ's new Fortress and Strongbolt decoder, and it's different than anything else he's brought out. Okay, so it's going to be 4-part. Firstly, I'm going to show you how to do the Fortress today. The next part of the video, I'm going to be showing you how to do the Strongbolts, because it does involve changing the dog legs on the back. And then the third part will be how to read bolt side, how to introduce your tool bolt side. And the fourth one will just be little hints and tips, okay? So basically what this tool does is it slides into the lock and turns and rests against the levers, and then we're going to use the index wheel because we have a chart here, and then it's as simple as that. So no dropping off wires, no introducing wires. Once you're in the lock, you are in the lock. So the biggest bit of advice that Sefri can give you is it does have a clicker system like many of his other tools, okay? Now, personally, what I would advise is release the clicker system, and you're going to see why. Not so much on the Yale, it doesn't really matter, okay? But on the Fortress, because of the terrible quality of these locks, some of the curtains are slightly thicker. This is what I found, I've tested it to its absolute limit. Some of these curtains are slightly thicker, and what that will mean is your tool won't quite travel as nice, and what you can do is actually jump a lever spacing. So just trust Uncle Sefri, release it so there's no clicking, and you're going to see that it's actually really, really easy. So, to introduce it into a lever side lock, what we're going to do is we're going to push it all the way forward, okay? Then I'm just going to hook my little leg round and then introduce myself into the lock, okay? And then basically slide all the way in. And now you'll see you've got a little support bar there. Now I must stress this, with the Fortress you must keep the tool perfectly straight. But thanks to Joe, you're actually going to see what's going on inside the lock and why I have removed the clicker system. So, this is personally what I would do. I would read lever number 1 first, okay, which is very easy because basically we pull the wire towards us and you can see it's going to go underneath lever position 1. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then you don't need to do anything. You can literally jump to the back of the lock, your tool's there, okay, and then we're going to read lever number 5. Now, if you're a locksmith, you should know that levers 5 and 3 are going to be the same, and then basically we work our way backwards. So watch Uncle Sefri, little hints and tips, okay? So if Joe, you can just come around there, you'll see there's a marking on the tool itself, and we're going to correspond that with letters, okay? So for instance, if it's a lever height number 7, it's a C and a half, okay? If it's a 6, it's a D and a half, and so on and so forth. And it is ridiculously easy, guys. I mean ridiculously easy to read the lock. So this will be perfect for warrant locksmiths, because you can literally just go up to the door, no taking your tool in and out, just bink, 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 read the levers and make up your code, okay? So, here we go. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to slide to position 1. Now this is Sefri's number 1 tip. Keep your tool nice and straight, and then I'm going to press on the lever, okay? And I'm going to kind of squeeze the tool together, because at the minute it's not quite reading right, but when I squeeze it, you can see that that is F and a half, okay? Which, if you can consult your chart, is a number 4. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it down. I'm going to shimmy, if I can do, all the way to the back of the lock, okay? Then I'm going to turn, okay? You definitely know you're at lever position 5. I'm going to turn, I'm going to squeeze, and you can see, I don't know if Joe can see that, we're at a G and a half. So a G and a half is a 3. So right now we know our first lever is a 4, our 5th lever is a 3, okay, so that should mean our 3rd lever is a 3. So then what I'm going to do, Joe, you can just go in, I keep my tool in, I'm just going to shimmy it backwards just a little touch, okay, yeah, I'm under lever position 4, okay. Now if I go to position 4, you'll see that it's reading at a D and a half. So a D and a half is, you can see how accurate the tool is, guys, so a D and a half is a 6. Now lever position 3 should be reading is a 3, so all I'm going to do is just going to shimmy it up. Oh, see what I mean? You can, even this curtain's a little bit stiff, so I'm just going to shimmy up, shimmy up, shimmy up. You can see it's not quite, there we go, see what I mean? So just get rid of the clicker system, guys, and that should be a G and a half, which it is. And then last but not least, We're going to go to lever position 2 and you should be able to quite... We're going to go to lever position 2 and you should be able to quite clearly see that's a 7 because the heel of the lever is touching. So if it's a 7, it should read a C+, C and a half, and it is. Okay? So we have our code to our lock. That's how fast, if I wasn't prattling, you could decode these locks. I won't bother making up the key, okay, because that is the fucking code. Oh, I did so well. I did so well not swearing. Okay, so, next thing. What is really, really, really important, guys, is that this tool will decode the Fortress Classic, okay? It will decode the Fortress Classic. And, as an addition, you can buy the pin set off GJ, which will work in the Fortress Classic at a very reasonable price, I must say, right? So, again, all we're going to do is I'm going to introduce my tool in, okay? And then, literally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the front. Now you're going to see that I'm snagged up on the warding there. So all I do, this is where I remove the clicker system, is turn, bring it back towards me, and there you go. So that is E1/2. So an E1/2 is a 5, okay? Now, again, I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to shimmy. Get mounted. I'm going to shimmy all the way to the back at lock, okay? And then get to the back. Not quite playing ball. There we go. So that is a F1/2, okay? So F1/2 is what, Joe? It's a 4. Sorry guys, read that. So that's a 5, that's a 4. And then I'm just gonna, again, just shimmy back a little touch. Okay? Ah, perfect. Look at that. So there we go. So that is, get on, a H. H1/2. Ah, a H1/2 is a 1. Okay, then I'm going to pull it backwards. And there you go, there's my F1/2. That's a 4. And then I'm just going to pull it back. See what I mean about? Sorry guys, I'm under that first lever. You can see why it's important that we can do what we're trying to do here, guys. Let me just do that again. Ah, there we go. Lever position 2 is a H. So that is a 2. So that is our final code, guys, alright? 52414. And it just so happens that I've got the makeup key. Of course I decoded it. 52414. Now the reason this is beautiful, that gets around the warding. So you will see that this will work in, there you go, it will work in a Fortress Classic. So it will decode a Fortress Classic and it will open a Fortress Classic. So I hope everyone followed that. I only swore twice, I think, so that is a world record for Uncle Sefery. So this is on GJ's site now, okay? Don't ask me how much it is, all right? Okay, get on his site, get an account and get one made. Peace out.